Out in the Wild West, a tumbleweed blew across the harsh and deserted landscape. It trundled along like a slow-moving Dalek across the coarse sands and discarded animal bones, which scattered the land like confetti. The cliffs were like monoliths, looking over the land as if it were a child completely out of control. Out of nowhere, a strange wheezing, groaning noise, like a grand piano, had been hurled out a window onto a busy street. Accompanying this noise was a strange apparition of a cactus, phasing in and out of reality, like a ghost, until it finally stabilised. The cactus had prickles and spikes running through its skin like sharp knives, and was coloured a cool, malicious green. From the alternate side of the land, a familiar wheezing, groaning noise also occurred, this time accompanied by blazing lights and sounds, which challenged the sounds of the busy streets of old New York. This time, rather than being disruptive, the noise was pleasant and filled with hope. This time a deep blue police box appeared, which carried with it all kinds of time and memories. Out from the box stood a tall, twig-like person, with aubergine-coloured boots and skinny jeans which were upturned at the ankle. They wore a purple frock coat, which flowed in the wind like a river. They had a deep ocean blue shirt, covered by a waistcoat and a fob watch hanging out of the pocket. They were equipped with their most essential accessory, something a Time Lord should always have: a bow tie. From the opposite side of the desert, out from the cactus, walked a Mary Poppins-like woman. She had a suave, villainous demeanour which she carried around with her like an expensive perfume. Her outfit was a deep plum purple, lined with harsh black piping and topped with a fruity hat. She wore boots with heels akin to devilish horns, she also had an iniquitous smirk cut through her face and reaching into her razor-sharp cheekbones. "You know, Doctor, there's very little to this area. When are you going to get over yourself?" the woman yelled at the mysterious person in the purple frock coat. "When you leave my town alone," the person replied, brandishing a golden sheriff badge on their lapel. "Well then," began the woman. "Shall we dance?" she said, as she drew a vintage-looking black parasol from out of nowhere, like a skillful magic trick. "Let's," said the person, as they withdrew what looked like some kind of strange scientific instrument, cobbled together out of copper, silver, plastic, and even the odd bit of leather. The instrument was topped with an emerald green crystal, which acted like an emitter, glowing in the sunlight, which revealed itself when the tube-like structure extended, releasing the claws at the top, which made it seem like a cat, raring for battle. The tension could have been ripped apart with a knife. The heartbeats of both Time Lords intensified, beating at double their normal rates. The woman was the first to fire, shooting a powerful bolt of sonic energy. Her fellow Time Lord managed to duck just in time, but the tumbleweed was less fortunate and was fried to a corpse-like state. The woman let out a malevolent cackle. "Oh, Doctor, is that really the best you can do?" The doctor got up and looked into the woman's eyes, and she into theirs. The sun blazed in their eyes, and the wind blew in their face, ruffling the quiff like a thundering wind tornado. The doctor now withdrew a battered Stetson from their pocket, with a hole punctured through it like a violent stab wound. They placed it effortlessly on their head. "Now I'm ready." They mumbled under their breath as they let out a thunderous sonic blast from their sonic screwdriver, tearing away the hat from the woman's head, and even singeing her hair. The woman felt a streak of fear run through her body, like an ice-cold chill. She ran back to her cactus-shaped TARDIS and immediately dematerialised. From out of the TARDIS came a short but mysterious young woman, wearing a grey jumper and a red top decorated with blue eyes. Her hair also blew in the wind as if it were longing for an adventure. The doctor looked at her in great puzzlement, as if she was a great enigma or crossword. "You making friends out here?" she asked. "Of course, Clara, as always," they said as they re-entered the TARDIS, leaving Clara alone in the desert. She had heard a voice that was familiar. She couldn't think why. her mind was brought back to a shop and a computer helpline. She wondered what it all meant. Would she ever find out who it was? Well, she'd have to wait and see. Before that, Adventure was calling from inside the police box, and the doctor was already beginning to get changed in a Victorian-looking three-piece suit. Whatever came next, she could always rely on the doctor, couldn't she?